Hi, my name is Jennifer Whiting. I am married and I am a mother of four. I know being a mom of four isn't very unique, but the way they came into our lives is. They are 7, 5, 1, and 2 months. Let me tell you a little about how they came into our lives. 7 years ago, on a stormy walleye weekend, my water broke. I was all alone at home because my husband was getting ready for walleye opener. It was my first pregnancy, so I had no idea what was really going on. I called the nurse and asked if I should come in. She asked if I wanted an ambulance, and I said no because I didn't think I was in labor. I arrived at the hospital to find out my water had broken. My husband was unreachable, so we sent a DNR officer out to get him. About 4.5, 5 hours later, I gave birth to a beautiful little girl, 6 pounds, 6 ounces. She was born on her due date. About 20 months later, I went to labor with our second child. This time, it was a cold winter night, and my husband was home with me. We were getting ready for bed when my water broke. I called the nurse to let her know what was going on. Since I had been through this before, I knew what was going on already. I called my mom, and she met us at the hospital. About 5 hours later, I gave birth to a 4-pound, 15-ounce little girl. She was small, but healthy. She was also born on her due date. Nearly 4 years later, I went into labor with our third child. I knew something was going on, but my water had not broken. I was in a lot of pain and called the nurse as well as my mom. I arrived at the hospital to find out I was 7 centimeters dilated and my contractions were getting closer and stronger. My parents came within a half hour. Since I had delivered fast before, they stayed for a while. I was in labor at the hospital for an hour and a half. I then gave birth to a 7-pound, 11-ounce baby boy. Everything about him was perfect, except for the fact that he had a cleft lip. We were shocked, but after surgery when he was 8 months, he didn't seem like he had it at all. He was also born on his due date. A month after our son was born, I had found out I was pregnant again. We were surprised. Everything was going well, except for the fact that I was having a lot of morning sickness all the time, and it was a lot worse than the other three. I was 8 weeks along when my water broke while I was getting ready for work. I went to work hoping it was something else. I decided after walking in that I should go to the doctor. I went home, woke my husband and children, called the nurse and my mother to come get the 3 kids. When we arrived at the hospital, I was told my water had broke. They then sent me to a larger hospital to be treated better. I couldn't believe it. I was still 2 months before I was due. I sat in the hospital for a week having minor contractions, taking a handful of pills, and doing nothing but sitting in bed. I was allowed to get up to go to the bathroom once in a while. I gave birth to a 3-pound, 12-ounce tiny little girl a week later. She spent the next 2 months in the NICU. Now at home, she's doing very well. All 4 children are at home, healthy, and we are now a full family. All 4 came into this world in their own unique way. That is why I am cool.